dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM, Blake Peebles, and for the first time in 2 months, I think, maybe? I don't know. Here's your cast. We're all here. All of us.
We're back.
That's crazy.
Better than ever.
Cool.
I'm doing horrible.
Announcements. I don't know. We're still going strong. Check out our social media. Have happy holidays, no matter what holidays you celebrate. Yeah. Anybody else have anything?
No. Hi.
Cool. Then let's get into it because we got some shit to do today. So. Last we left off, two of our brave adventurers found themselves in captivity. Deirdre and Wallace both in a cage, as held by the fire giants.
As it should be.
Yep. She was thrown in there, or he was, Wallace, he was thrown in there in the middle of the night after Tapper and your new vampiric friend who has no memories, whose name could either be Baron von Markath or Ryland Sangwith, the two of you went on a bat escapade and threw some shrinking orbs at giants, shrinking a couple of them. You did this because the city of here is about to be attacked by fire giants. You all made your preparations, which included Kira finding a mech suit, which she gave to Aethys, the local annoying bard. Millie getting the help of the noble Folly at the price of question mark, and everybody else sort of just getting ready. Ooh, fun. Cool. So let's, without further ado, let us begin in the fire giant camp. So, the night passes fairly uneventfully, except for the fact that in the middle of the night, Wallace is thrown into the cage. But at this point, you and G are so tired that you're just like, fuck, all right, whatever.
Before I go to bed, it's like G goes, what?
What?
We're gonna die now.
What?
We're gonna die now.
Oh, God. I don't think our diplomacy worked too well. Not after that. Cool. So, in the morning, you see... Whoa! There we go. In the morning, you see the,
Trying to help.
You see all the giants sort of armoring up, the two of you as well as your new Goliath friend who, Wallace, he has introduced himself to you as G, and you can see that he's also a member of the Cryptal Order, like your friend on the boat. You see all of the giants, like all of them, armoring up substantially. Seeming as though they are preparing not to go have a diplomatic talk like you had hoped, but to go to war.
You try your best, and sometimes people ruin it.
Yeah, that's super true. So as they're armoring up, they start putting themselves into sort of a marching order. And you notice that some of the giants are now medium-sized. They're like the size of you guys. And they're like trying to scrounge for armor, so they have this like piecemeal plate armor and these like great swords that have been chopped like in half so that they can still use them. Still pretty big. They're strong for like medium, but Peter, can you move the mouse off the screen? Yeah, there we go.
Professional.
But they're certainly smaller, which is pretty funny. To be honest, it's a weird sight to see because they look the same as their giant brethren, but they're your size. There are two of them seem to be of the warrior caste that have been shrunk down, and one of them is of the upper caste, which is the craftsman who has been shrunk down. After a couple minutes of this, you see the one Ilgaroth, the leader of the giants, come out over towards your cage. And he just sort of looks at you, and he says,
Hera does not want diplomacy. We shall give them war.
About that, I feel like this has been a whole case of miscommunication. And I nudge my Goliath friend, like, miscommunication, and we can solve this diplomatically. Just let me talk to them. And you know what? Everything will work out and you will get what you want. I promise.
And G translates and he goes, and then turns around, followed, replacing him are two of the giant, like the big warrior case giants. They open the cage, and beckon towards you, Deirdre, and you, Wallace. And they say something in Giant, and G says, "They don't want me to go. They say it's too risky to lose a translator."
Then ask him without a translator, how am I going to do this?
I don't think that's in their plan.
Do they want to use me as a hostage?
Yeah.
Intuition, okay.
Yeah.
Should I just get out of here?
You could run, I suppose. Are you able to just teleport away? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Blue man.
Can I teleport?
Can you?
No.
Alright, well.
You can turn into a mouse, a snake.
Yeah.
I might not recommend that. They might just crush you.
What if I'm quick?
Wait, if, quick D&D question. If Wallace is small and in my pocket and I teleport, does Wallace teleport with me?
No.
Can you not bring someone with you?
No, only, well, what, your Misty Step? Is that how you're teleporting? Misty Step doesn't work like that. Dimension Door and Teleport would, but Misty Step does not.
What if I turned into a badger and I dug underneath?
I think they might kill you. Here's my suggestion. You go with them, but you can teleport, and you can turn into animals. So, just break out when you're on the battlefield and cause havoc in their ranks.
I just don't want to be grabbed again.
Well,
we're gonna see each other later.
I'll be here. I'll probably break my way out of this cage if no one's saying to guard me.
Okay, if you break out, you're gonna wait for me, right?
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait here.
Okay. And I jump into their arms.
They basically take out these collars that place them around your neck. They're attached to chains, and they gesture to you as well, as though they're going to put a collar on you. I don't know if you want to do anything or you just sort of let it happen.
Well, I guess this is where we are.
It's a big iron collar. It's a little looser on your neck, but it doesn't fit over your heads. And they sort of yank you along, and they hand your reins to the leader, Ilderoth. He says, "To war!" and yanks your chains. And then he yells something in Giant, and they all yell as well. And they start marching.
I say, Wallace, how did you manage to ruin my plans without even being here?
I have very little idea of what's going on.
As usual, I guess. Okay, cool.
Cool. So we cut back to Hira. The morning comes sooner than any of you would like. You all managed to get your full rest, but so the three of you were sleeping in a hayloft.
No, I'm not up there. I left them alone.
Oh yeah, you went down to sleep with your horse.
Where
I think you and Rylan might have just slept on the street.
Right. I hope
Rylan better not be on the street.
Yeah, when you wake up, you see he's not there anymore. He has gone. He has vacated the premises.
He's just dead.
Maybe. And there's a pile of ash. No, he isn't there anymore.
It's a really blustery day.
So what are you up to? What are you up to?
That's true. Is it a very blustery day?
I'm gonna attempt to.
It's starting to get cold. Like late summer has given way to early fall, and it's kind of chilly in here. It's a brisk morning. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find my.
Easily enough, yeah, you can find them. Though on the way you are met by Heroth, who looks like he hasn't slept too much. He says, "Tapper, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
I have a very important job for you in the battle to come. You're very fast, right?
I can be fast. Not sure how long I can maintain it. But...
Well, I need you to act as sort of a battlefield messenger between battalions. You think you can handle that?
I suppose.
You'll be assigned to Kira's squad, but if she needs you to relay messages to the other squad leaders, then that's your job.
Are you a commander?
Good.
I suppose. And then, as they were.
Well, some of them, yeah.
It's empty. It's a prop.
Peter, how old are you?
21.
It doesn't matter.
Sleeping in a hayloft really doesn't do any favors.
So this, yeah, you all meet up together.
Do I find you downstairs?
And the two of them upstairs. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tapper!
I'm getting horse ready.
Oh!
All right.
Oh!
a bit of a battlefield. I'll be holding a battlefield meeting down at the celebration tent in 10 minutes. Please make your way down there.
I'm putting the new mantle thing on my horse that I still don't have any stats or anything for.
You haven't identified it yet.
Do you need stats for it? You want me to identify
Yeah, can you do that,
for you?
please? Because I don't know what it does.
Oliver, are you gonna use that ritually so you don't waste a spell slot?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Can we do this later? We have a meeting in
Of course, I can
10.
do it during the meeting.
Yeah.
Cool. So anything you want to do before the meeting, or are you just gonna go head straight on down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat one of my granola bars.
Cool.
Do you have another one of those?
Yeah, I got some dried rations. I'm assuming it's granola.
Sure, it could be granola.
It'd be deer meat.
Ew.
Dog meat.
As you're doing
Dog
this,
meat.
you hear sort of a rap on the barn door, and you see a large, imposing, grizzled man with a colorful cloak on. He beckons to you.
Alright.
That the guy from
I'll be
the-
back.
Yeah, it's the guy who stole your card.
Yeah, it's the guy that stole our car. Where are you going?
Out here.
Why you got?
She'll be back with you in a second.
Okay, we'll meet you at the tent.
Do you guys want Scooby
So,
Doo it?
I'd say, I'd recommend you tell your commander-in-chief that you use the side door we've created and not the main gates. Bad plan on opening those. Stay away from the lake, and,
Side door, not the main gate. Stay away from the lake.
there's one little surprise I'll just let you figure out when you get there. Other than that,
None of that.
those are the two things you gotta keep in mind. Also the fact that you owe me a meeting. So if you survive this and the town survives this, come to my place tomorrow night. I'll tell you what you owe me. And he turns around and he leaves.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to...
Are you done with your meeting? You didn't tell us about that.
Yeah, we just...
Are you guys friends now or something?
we'll talk about it at the meeting.
The meeting is not for us to talk. The meeting is for us to do battle plans.
Right. It seems
Yeah, and we'll talk at the meeting.
Okay, sure. So when you don't know the battle plans and you die, it's a really nice meeting.
No, that's
No,
not. That's not
I'm
she's
gonna
got
share it at
battle
the
plans.
meeting. I've got battle plans.
Well, that's all well and good, but I'm still a little
You know, you
concerned
could've
that
just
you're
said
talking to this thief and not really informing
We're
the rest of us. I
walking
thought
and
we,
talking.
We're
yeah,
walking
yeah,
and talking. We're
I thought
walking
we
and
were a
talking.
cohesive party.
I'm gonna tell you in a
Whenever we haven't
second.
been a cohesive.
All right, whatever. Maybe I slept on the wrong side of the hay. Let's keep walking.
No wrong side for you, right?
Yikes. So you make your way
One side
down
of the
and you
hair, it's all like
see
this. The rest is not.
you see that the everybody's gathered. Some of them seem drunk. Some of them seem well rested. It's a mix. There's about 30 of you in total. Not a lot,
Oh dear.
but not a tiny amount either. You see
a
Harith.
small tent if we had to squeeze through. Just a teeny
Well, it wasn't just
tent.
heroes
Those
in
were
the
all
tent.
fighters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was other people too.
It was just sort of a town. Yeah.
Farron taking part in this battle?
Theron's there, yeah.
And there's our tree friend.
He's there, yeah. And as you get there, he's like, "Oh, hello,
Hey, Paul. Hello.
nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
It's gonna be an interesting day, I think."
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Kind of scared, but you know.
Harith stands up on sort of the bar and he says, "All right. We don't have much in the way of battle plans, but we have a few things." Yes.
Yeah, I've got some assistance. We need to avoid the main gates, use the side door, and stay away from the lake.
Who? What? Why?
I asked Bartleby to set up some.
Why are we
plans for
I don't know who that is.
He's the thief.
What?
There's a thief.
It doesn't
Nobody
matter.
on the
All right,
town
we'll
wants
listen
to
to him.
leave.
Any help is appreciated. We use the side door. We avoid the lake. That's fine.
That's
The battle strategy. We split into 4 groups.
Fine.
I will lead the advanced vanguard. Most of our mounted units, as well as, and he puts his hand on a shoulder of a man who none of you have seen before, is he sort of a grizzled, gray-haired half-elf. He's got a scar going down, like part of his lip is missing. He's got a scar going down here. My good friend, Rurthan Havabith, one of the 3 Outrider Knights, the only one who could make it here because of, well, his unusual circumstances. And Raynor sort of Rurthan sort of cracks his back and says, Pegasus can get you places fast.
Kill him. We'll kill him and take his horse on the battle.
No.
Could you tell me his name again?
Rurthan.
In a way that might help me spell it.
Rurthan. I'll send it to you later. The 2 of us will be leading the forward vanguard. We will be acting independently from the rest of the forces. The rest of the forces will be split into 3 groups. One led by Oliver the Slime Slayer.
Okay. Hello, sir?
No questions until we're finished. One of them led by Achuri the Happy, and one of them led by Rainearth. All of you will report to your field commander, Kira Burke. She is in charge of the main line of defenses. She will be running with Slime Slayer's squad, but if you need anything, Tapper over here will be the messenger. We're going to split off into 3 directions. My vanguard will head forward and try to sow disarray in their ranks with our speed. They may be large, but they're not fast. The rest of you, you pick off stragglers. You attack ones that seem disoriented, and you don't die. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll head out there. We better get out into the battlefield before they do. We don't want them laying any traps for us. You're all brave soldiers. And I know none of you signed up for this, but let's hope to live through it.
I did sign up for this.
Is this a good idea, putting me in charge of people? Okay. Let's just go. What do we refer to you as when we're on the field?
I'll now read off the list of people in each group. And he goes and he reads off the list. Theron is over with Rainearth. Which the notable people. Theron is over with Rainearth. Other than that, he has most of like the drunks and like the knights of the town. So he's just sort of got a big old tough fight force plus Theron. Achuri is in charge of her party, which is the other party in the slaying event, which includes the archer who boned you at the drinking contest, who you destroyed in the tournament, the Eldritch Knight who was mean to you, and the monk who you fought previously. Also, Aethys in his fucking mech suit is with that team. And your team is your party plus Nero and Aethelwolf.
And that's my squad?
That's your squad, yeah.
But I'm in charge of you, remember?
Yes, ma'am.
You're in charge of everyone.
Of all of them. I know who I report to. Alright.
Cool. So people start filing out into
Can you do a squad
onto the
meetup really quick?
battlefield.
Yeah.
Hands in.
Just,
Oh, what is this?
just to clarify, everybody did hear me say what to avoid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What is it?
Rock the house on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rock the
house!
Why do we want rocks in our
We
houses?
don't want rocks in
We
our
don't
house.
want
Alright.
rocks in our houses. It's
Squad.
a figure of speech.
Let's move out.
To where?
We're gonna follow the rest of them. Onto the battlefield.
Cool.
Right?
Let's take the left side.
The left flank.
Why
Left
not
flank.
you?
I've got horse though.
You have
Can
been assigned the
identify
center.
this?
The center.
Oh,
Oh,
Because
well,
you're the
I'm-
commander.
Oh, I'm in the center. Can you tell me what that is?
it's gonna take 10 minutes.
Yeah, while we ride out to the battlefield, I'm
You
sure.
can't be writing.
I can't ride.
He's got to like sit
Yeah, I have to like
and
concentrate.
concentrate on the spell
I could
for
sit
10
here,
minutes.
but I have a whole squad to deal with. So
He's
after the
It's
battle,
not gonna. It doesn't affect your horse's stats.
If we survive.
okay. It's still on there. I hope it's not bad.
Good luck.
Cool. So you head your way out there. It's a brisk morning, and it's a little bit
Slime
overcast.
Slayer.
Squad leader Slime Slayer.
Squad.
He sketches right side to his back.
It's a little bit overcast.
I fake gun an incident report as I'm riding out there just in case.
I believe it. You're on horse.
Yeah.
Cool.
The rest of us on foot.
Yeah.
Do you have horses?
Nope.
The only mounted people are Herath's squad, you, and Rainearth.
What happened to our horses from all that time ago?
They got
Bartleby
stolen.
took them.
Bartleby will be stolen.
They got
That's
stolen.
alright.
You know, the
Blood
thief that we're
spawn
friends
patches.
They
with.
were part of the deal.
Bloodspot.
This is what happens when you don't
Good
listen
patches.
to when I RP.
Well, I wasn't there.
Cool.
Sorry,
But you
yeah.
make your way out on the battlefield, and you sort of line yourselves up in your flanks. Herath is going back and forth to. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you raised your hand.
Oh, I just wanted to ask, before like the battle happens, I wanted to try something real quick on my side, but like you don't have to go there now.
Cool. Yeah, you're not there yet. But you're there, and you wait for like 20 minutes with nothing. You're sort of standing at arms and getting a little anxious.
Stand ground, man.
Is there anyone
There's
to know
no
where?
cover. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much zero
It's just
cover.
open plains.
It's open plains, a few boulders, really not much of anything.
Okay.
Is it like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Like
that.
that.
Interesting.
Is it worth discussing strategy right now?
You should probably cast mage armor.
And as you do so, you start to hear something. feels like miniature earthquakes just happening one right after the other, as you see in the distance large shapes start to approach. It takes a while, but you do see the army of giants marching towards you. Anybody, you can make perception checks if you want to try to determine their ranks. What do you want to try, Deirdre?
I'm like chained up to the leader, right?
Yeah. Well, he's holding the chain. Yeah.
I just realized that I have a spell called Suggestion that might help me in this situation that I wanted to try.
Okay. What is it? Go for it.
It's a wisdom save, and since the leader speaks rudimentary common, I can get this through to him.
Cool.
Use it up.
Rudimentary words. So I try in the basest way possible to be like, try contract plan before war.
Cool. That was a natural 20 on his wisdom.
Oh, perfect. Never mind. Who cares?
Man, I roll like terribly, except for when I roll really good.
That is how that works.
Some people roll mediocrely. I don't know. People roll in the middle. Whatever. So the two of you are being sort of dragged, and you have to kind of run to keep up with the pace of this guy. He doesn't move that quickly, but he is moving at like a military march. You do notice as you're marching out with this guy, he is a lot smaller than any... Well, not the small, like the shrunk giants. But he would classify as large rather than huge.
Are they still giants?
They're technically, their creature type is giant. They're just medium-sized giants.
They're mediums
They're
now.
mediums now, yeah. It's not easy. But eventually, the giants all sort of... Do we get perception checks?
Yep,
Yeah.
20, not natural.
Cool.
15.
7.
Natural one.
So you see...
Got them. Good
You
eyes.
can get the sense who the leader is because there's a giant flag bearer standing beside him.
Very nice of them to do that.
Leader with the flag bearer. There are 3 huge fire giants holding giant black iron great swords. You can see 2. You can see behind them, sort of. That's your front line, with additionally 2 medium-sized versions of that. Behind them, you can see about 8 slightly smaller giants wielding like chain whips and hammers, and 1 small version of that. You also see 2 figures you recognize with chains around their necks, walking next to the leader.
What do you see?
Nothing. Planes mostly. Clouds.
It's
a little bit.
Deirdre.
Oh.
That little one over there, the one flailing. Yeah, that's Deirdre. That was Deirdre. And I think the one next to it was Wallace?
Right.
Are they with the giants now?
Can you go run and tell the prince that there are 2 party members as captives?
Also tell them that our squad's gonna take precedence on getting them back.
Also, can we try to talk before we fight?
Of course. Well, I gotta go tell the prince.
Yeah.
Will you tell them that we're gonna try to talk before we fight?
Are we going?
Talk to the prince or talk as a squad?
To the giants.
Oh.
I think that ship sailed.
Yeah, that ship sailed a long time ago. We tried that.
Anyway, I'm gonna
it's
go.
worth one more try.
maybe.
We're already on the
I'm
battlefield.
gonna go talk to the prince.
true.
Cool.
How far's the prince from me?
He's not that far. You can get over there. Like,
Okay, I don't need to
seconds.
like activate the boots.
No.
Just run over there. All right. Then I'll run to the prince, relay the information.
He goes, great.
To our own.
We'll make sure not to kill anything that isn't a giant.
To be fair, one of them's a real troublemaker. Him being over there might be a good idea.
All right. I mean,
Which one do you mean?
A real troublemaker? Jeez, which one of our party members by that?
You had a question?
Did I get any rest in the jail cell?
Yeah, you had a long rest. They sort of form up. They march and they form up and they sort of stand there. And they stand
I say
just silently watching you.
in giant. I say
How far away are they from us?
They're like 20 yards. I don't know distance.
What
They're a ways. They're
A football field?
yeah, about a football field
That's
away.
100 yards.
100 yards.
oh, they probably can't hear me from that far, can they?
Look, maybe it might be worth.
They've spread themselves out, so it's a long. It's not a terribly long line, but they are pretty large. They have their 3.
You could yell.
They're 3 big giants, sort of spread out in the front lines.
Millie, I give you permission as your commanding officer to go forward and talk to them.
As your commanding officer, I say that she needs support.
Tapper, go with her.
Tapper, go with her.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, alright, then I'll walk out.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Heroth calls and says, "What are you doing?"
We're sending them to go talk to the giants. We
No!
are the commanders here, Heroth. You did this.
I'm walking
I
out.
think it's a stupid idea too!
Weapon
You know
sheathed.
very well to stay as far away as possible
I'm
and
not
yell
letting
as
you- I'm not-
loud as
so-
possible.
I'm not letting you
As you start
closer
marching
than
out,
50
you
yards.
see him turn back, and the two of you hear him start saying something in giant. You see most of these sort of chainsmith giants reach behind them and grab rocks. You don't fucking see that.
Do you have a
You two
white
see that.
flag, a handkerchief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just walking over.
No.
So they're spread out. Let me tell you how they are. They're spread out. The three big guys, 1, 2, 3, sort of facing you. Here, this would be the lake. Let's say. There's one of the big guys here. He has 3 of the chainsmiths behind him. This one in the middle has the 2 small guys standing there, and they seem to be eyeing Tapper angrily. And then this guy has other chainsmiths. The rest of them are back, sort of behind the middle guy, guarding their main leader.
Hey, Amelia, what do you say we turn around and not do this?
I'm gonna keep walking. You can turn around if you want to.
No, I've been told not to leave you and follow you, but I really want to turn around. Really don't
Until
think we
I'm
should be
just
here.
yelling distance.
You've been in yelling.
Okay, then I'm
distance.
going to yell towards the leader, and in giant, I'm going to say, "Is there any hope still in solving this diplomatically?"
I mean, persuasion check at disadvantage, I guess.
Come on.
What's the problem?
They just kind of like walked up to
Damn.
here and they're like, "We're gonna take this over," and we were like, "Maybe not."
Oh wait, maybe it's better if I don't know, because I really don't know.
You truly have no idea.
I just don't know what's going on.
You went into the woods and got captured by giants, and now you're on a battlefield. That's pretty much all you know.
All right, it's a
20 not
Wednesday.
I rolled an 11.
You rolled
Plus 9.
You're almost at Dimitri levels.
You hear yelled back in giant.
I suppose. Send over a representative. They won't be harmed.
Do you know what they're saying?
Insight.
Go for it.
Ooh. 21.
Seems honest.
All right.
I feel like that should not be me.
Who do you think's a good representative of the city? No.
The prince?
Not of the city.
This one?
Between you and me.
I mean, you do notice that the
Harold of Schweizar.
prefect of the city isn't here. Oh, Schweizar is in Reinhardt's group. He's on the battlefield. He's drunk off his fucking ass, and he's got 2 axes, and
You
he's
know
just
what,
whirling
maybe
them.
not any of the drunk people.
No.
Maybe not any of the
The
drunks.
prefect of the city, Easton Werkhog, isn't here.
I'm gonna say,
He's the guy in charge.
Heroth!
Yeah,
Just please come stand by me.
I will ride my horse next to you. I'm not
Thank
getting off
you.
my horse.
All right, follow me.
I hope they
And I'm
don't
gonna
consider
walk
that
this time.
aggression.
No, you're gonna tell me what's happening.
The giants want to solve this diplomatically. They said we can try. I just need you to look agreeable while I translate.
Gee, oh, by chords, mighty hammer.
You
All
guys
right.
want me to back up or stick around?
You
You stay back.
back.
I can't imagine they're terribly happy with you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let Kira and the rest know what's going on.
All right.
Okay. All right. We're
Soldier,
gonna.
what'd you find out?
That was
Oh!
Tapper ran
It's
so
like coming.
fast.
It's like coming out of that thing. I think.
Tapper's
Where
running
is it?
so
It's
fast,
the normal
it's affecting the light
On
on the battlefield.
There we go. Got it.
In the
All right.
real world.
Yeah.
All right.
Light
gonna-
rays are bending around him.
We're gonna walk over to the giant. The
So
giant.
you start making your way
the
over.
giants.
They're handling things
Giants.
diplomatically, I suppose?
Well done,
I'm
soldier.
happy with that.
Wallace and Deirdre, please make perception checks.
Fine, John.
Never been given a position of power like this before.
17.
Do you like this a lot?
No, I've
Tapper.
never been in charge. I'm not in
19.
19.
Well, welcome
So
to
you
your
see the leader sort of
first
turn
time in charge.
to the people on either side, say something in giant, and they
Oh, no.
draw their weapons and ready
Oh,
them,
no, that was really
though they are trying to pretend like their weapons aren't drawn.
Do we see our pals over there?
Yeah,
Like-
they're coming towards you. a guy on a horse who neither of you recognize. You recognize him, actually, Deirdre. It's Prince Haroth of Caerleone. And Millie. And Millie.
And me, hi.
I nudge Wallace and like, do you think they're walking into a trap?
Probably. Should we say something?
Maybe not say something, but like maybe mime. I'm really good with mime.
Okay, I'll try too. We'll go.
Okay, make performance checks, please.
16.
That was only 16. So you see them going like.
Harold, stop, Harold.
Yeah.
Harold.
No, I see it.
All right. I'm gonna say in giant. I don't respond well to being led into a trap, and I'm gonna just start backing up.
Are they coming back?
They saw through it. Throw! And you see them all just start to pick up like boulders, which catch on fire, and they're about to throw them when all of a sudden their entire left flank falls.
Just
the land next to the lake completely collapses to reveal just spikes and rope. That one of the large giants and 3 of the chainsmiths just immediately fall into and impale themselves on. At the exact same time, some 30-odd... let's get some cool music going for this. It's 6 minutes of drum sounds.
I am glad I sold my soul.
So we have 6 giants left.
I'm glad you sold
No.
yourself.
You described 10 before.
I did not describe 10. I described 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh, shit.
So, 4 are gone.
4 are gone. That brings it down to 12.
Pretty good at math, right?
Let them get to the gates.
At this point,
I'm gonna go back to
behind their lines, a bunch of figures seem to pop up out of the ground itself. They're all dressed in like flamboyantly garish armor. They all draw weapons and start attacking the back of the flank, the back of the force of giants.
All right,
And in this confusion, I want everybody to roll initiative.
Even us?
Yeah, even you. Cool. So we're back. So here's our map. We'll get to that in a second. What happens before I even get your initiative is basically the whole battlefield erupts into chaos. Haroth just takes this opportunity and charges his troops forward. You see a bunch of horsemen sort of ride out from the thing and right in the middle. You also hear a whinny as you see a white Pegasus fly through with a guy with lances just hurling them down. It's super cool. These lances sort of crackle with electric energy as well. This guy's dope as fuck.
Why is Haroth in charge?
At this moment, the chains are dropped on the 2 of you. He just completely drops the chains belonging to your collars. And turns around, draws his runic greatsword, which starts to like glow with runic energy, and slashes down one of the, just in one fell swoop, slashes down one of the people attacking him from behind. One of the noble folly, who's attacking him from behind. They're thieves. Just like right through the center, like cuts him straight in half. So I'm gonna give you guys sort of a surprise round to do what you want to do before this battle starts, before we get to initiative.
Us?
Yeah, Wallace and Deirdre.
Okay.
Okay, so there's like we're in the, like near the back of the giant troops.
Yeah.
And in the back there's also like troops of like fancy dressed broad people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You seem to be attacking the giants.
Okay. So as my action, I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians and mark all the giants in like my 20-foot sphere. Do you know how many that would be?
That would be like 1.
Really?
They're that size.
Whatever, I'm not gonna do that because no. I'm gonna wind spell haste on myself and Wallace.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna be like to Wallace, see ya! Cast as about my bonus action, Misty Step towards the thief troops.
You're going back, out.
Yeah.
Cool. So you get haste cast on yourself. You can look up what that does. And then Deirdre just pops like into the center of a couple of the thieves. Who,
do you want her many?
And since
she is out that
on
direction.
myself too, do I get another action for this round?
No, I think it's next round. Yeah. I think it starts next round.
Next round? Okay.
Yeah. Wallace, anything you want to do?
Can I roll an intelligence on if I get big, if I will break my collar?
Mm-hmm.
9.
Hard to tell. Really, really hard to tell. You get the sense if you turn into something big with armor, yeah. Like something big and hard, yeah. But something big and soft, maybe not.
What if, like, is a dinosaur hard?
I'd say it depends on the dinosaur, but yeah.
I love you so much.
Like a Triceratops.
I'm a child.
Triceratops feels pretty hard, yeah.
Gotta give me a second. Well, I'm gonna turn into a Triceratops.
Triceratops!
Cool. You turn into Triceratops, and you do, in fact, very easily break out of the chains. You have another action because of haste.
Cool. Where's...
So you're not on the map. Basically, there's one big giant. The leader of the giants is right next to you.
Mhm.
He just cut a dude in half without a second thought.
Giants are huge.
Giants are huge, yeah.
So am I.
Cool. You're big. They're tall, but you're long. There's also several of the smaller giants were sort of behind and around him, and now are engaging the thieves. And Deirdre just teleported behind him back towards where you came.
All right, I'm gonna try and gore this boy.
You're not. That's not the leader. That's just one of the big guys. You're like way back behind the board.
Oh.
You can run up and attack this guy if you wanted.
Oh, I thought he was the leader. Whoever's next to me, I'm gonna.
The leader who cut a guy in half with one hit. If you want to attack him.
He's right next to me, right? Well,
Yeah.
if I run past him, will he get an attack of opportunity?
He's turned the opposite direction, engaging somebody else. So you're guessing probably not. If you could
Can
run.
I just like run straight at like whoever's the biggest person that's like.
The
in
biggest
my
person
line?
is this guy,
All right,
and
well,
you could, with your haste, you could reach the board in one turn.
I want to run at him and I'm gonna go around.
Cool. So can you reach behind there? And I don't know if I have
Just
any
find a
other
big
huge.
boy?
I don't know if I have any other huge ones. Dracolich.
Dracolich?
Yeah.
The party dragon?
The party dungeon
We're
dragon.
gonna pretend that's a Triceratops.
So put it
Plus two
off
DC
the
damage.
board behind a little bit where the sword is.
It's good that he has a party hat on because then it's
It's-
kind of like one of the
One of the
Triceratops.
horns.
Well, he does have a
He has a
horn under
horn.
the party hat.
It's like Wallace's hat.
Yeah. Which is
Wallace's
still on the
hat.
head. Cool. So
Yeah,
make your gore attack.
I imagine when Wallace wild shapes, the hat is still there.
And all the animals are like faintly blue. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
21.
21 will 100% hit. Yeah.
Okay.
That was for me more than anyone else.
He needs to
I
make
enjoyed
a
this for one time.
strength saving throw.
Even though he's huge.
Yes.
Cool. That would be 19.
Okay, so he's not knocked prone, but so I hit
Certainly
him,
gonna take
right?
some damage. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. It's 8, 9, 10, 11. 29 piercing.
Nice.
Wow.
And wait, do I get an extra attack because of haste?
You had to use one of those to dash to get up to it.
Okay.
So for this turn, no. But you are hasted. As long as Deirdre concentrates on it. Is there a range on haste that you have to stay within, or is it just sort of...
Only on the casting, but
Cool.
not on like.
Then you're, then you are fine, Arena.
Should I use a potion of giant strength?
Against the Giants? Probably.
Cool. So, now we're going to get into initiative order. So, Millie.
Natural 20 for a 24.
24 from Millie.
This is a big burn kind of fight. We should be burning all our.
But not literally,
Big
because
items.
there's fire giants.
Right, don't burn.
Don't burn.
Would it be more helpful for you?
I'm watching.
Because this only makes my strength plus 1.
I think that's all we can do.
Strength that
Yeah, what?
much.
Look at Griffin's Twitter.
Actually, don't.
Scroll back for years.
You'll have to scroll back that long because they don't tweet.
It's
You
all
scroll
about
like for like
Hamilton.
2 scrolls and it's all
We're
Hamilton. It's all
sponsored
high
Cool.
school Hamilton.
Wallace.
15.
No, once use Dex for their
Deirdre.
hand.
22?
22.
Nice.
Yes!
4.
Kawaii.
Tapper.
14.
14. Kira.
14.
It's a slow topper fight.
Together!
Oliver.
4.
Hey, you're not... You are last. Cool. So, first in the turn order. Oh, I didn't roll for Nero or. Forgot about that. You're not last anymore.
Oh, yay!
That's not good.
Natural one for Nero.
Not for Nero. For sweet Aethelwolf.
Oh,
Cool, Millie, you are first.
Sweet. He is in. He's flanked by one of my allies, right?
He is currently flanked by one of your allies.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Cool.
Yeah. 22.
22 will hit, yeah.
Whee! And I get that good sneak. Where's my D6? Where's my D6? They're all in my hands.
That was wonderful.
That was a crazy thing.
17 points of damage.
Cool.
On him. And then I am going to bonus action. Actually, I can't do that. Nobody's close enough to me. Never mind. I'm set.
Cool.
I'm so set. Woo!
Just stand there.
I'm actually going to move back
All right.
to my friends.
Isn't this something?
Sounds good.
And that's it for Millie. Woo!
After Millie, Deirdre, what are you up to?
Okay, so I'm with the thieves, right?
Yeah, you're way off in the middle of Thiefland.
Well, not way up in the middle, like behind the front line, you know.
Yeah, it's not. There's not like a line of. They're sort of just everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, cool. But
You're like a board and a half away from the fight right now.
Okay, but I'm still like near enough to like King Guy.
You're what, 30 feet from King
Yeah,
Guy?
feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast. No. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on him while saying, I try to do this peacefully! At level 4.
Cool. So does he have to do anything, or is it an attack?
It's an attack.
I'm really dexy,
19?
but I'm not very
19
strong.
does not hit.
Can I be favored by the gods?
You can. I mean, that's up to you.
24.
24 will hit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna choose a damage type that's not fire, so let's go with cold.
Cool.
To be fun. So
Summer is giving way to autumn. A cool breeze.
One leaf falls.
Into the center of the
Leaves are
battlefield.
falling down, they are red and brown. Autumn chill is on the ground.
So,
The winter's on its way.
Yes, I cover it.
It will soon be here.
we don't care.
Does not
For
matter
joy
here.
and time.
37.
37. As it hits him, you notice that some of it sort of catches onto his sword, and the runes in his sword start to glow a blue color. And it doesn't seem like it did as much damage as you wanted it to.
Oh no!
And for my next action, because I have shield,
Yes, you do.
I'm going to.
Would it make sense for me to give you the wolf my giant strength potion?
Why wouldn't you use it?
Because it just gives me a buff +1, but
Plus
he's
Pull the dead
he's
him, make him do
definitely
wisdom.
has less strength than me and uses it.
18.
Yeah, but still by
18? Yes, never mind.
Cool.
Yeah, but whereas like, it could increase somebody else's by
Any movement, or are you just gonna stick within the thieves of the noble, the folly folk, as they're called, have looked at you and been like, "Oh, we've got a pretty lady in our ranks, boys. Show these giants what's good."
Wait, are you implying this
Please
entire
don't be
fight
distracted by me and die.
woman?
Bye.
No, some of them are female.
But they're not
They're not
pretty.
pretty.
They're not pretty, I see.
They're garishly dressed.
Did you hear that, ladies? Garishly dressed women.
Not
pretty.
There's no relation. All right.
Blake's just digging this hole.
So what? You done?
Yeah, that was 2 actions.
So these
Yeah.
boys are gonna run forward. 10, 15, 20,
My movement's 60 because I'm on a horse.
10, 15, 20,
I'm on a horse.
They're gonna go to here, and they're gonna pull out their great swords, which are clearly just the bigger great swords that have been chopped down a little bit. And they're gonna stare fucking daggers at Tapper. They are not pleasantly. They're not looking forward to Tapper. They're going to hold their actions.
I hate
Guys, I think I might have pissed them off.
Cool. That'll make it Wallace.
Alright, well, I'm next to somebody, right?
Yeah, you're up on Big Boy. Can you just flip Big Boy around because he's engaging?
Can I try to? Can I try to like knock him over? I don't know what that would be.
Sure, I'd call it a contested grapple check. So you make an athletics check, and he gets to make athletics or acrobatics.
Giant acrobatics.
Athletics is strength,
Yeah.
right? Alright, well that's a 4.
It's alright, you got a natural 1.
Oh, cool.
Put him on his back.
Boom.
Knock him down!
Is that my attack or can I
That's one of your actions, yeah. But you
But I
have
get
2
another one
because
because
you're hasted.
Give us.
I'm gonna stomp. I'm gonna stomp on him.
Cool. You get an attack and advantage.
We'll deal with those too.
Advantage.
Because he's prone.
This might take care of it.
Cool. So that's a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Cool. So that's gonna do 3d10 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. Just gotta find the d10s.
That's sort of a D10.
Right? That's like a d10, right?
One of mine?
Oh wait, here it is.
Not that distant. Pretty
Actually,
close.
yeah, I do want
Oh!
That's
Um,
pretty good.
So that's 27
27 damage.
bludgeoning. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
2 10s.
I saw the zeros and I was like, aw, and then I was like,
Oh!
Cool. Yeah. Ouch. Anything else?
Do I get anything else?
You got movement. You didn't move at all.
All right. Well then I'm gonna. Who else is like around?
There's those 2 small boys, and you also see. I mean, there's fighting happening all over the place. It's broken out into basically chaotic war. You guys are attacking sort of this front section of the front flank. The Noble Folly is attacking the back section of the front flank, which is a bunch of the chainsmiths as well as the leader. They're Achuri and folks are attacking a group. One of the big boys over here, as well as a couple of chainsmiths, and then the last group, led by Rainearth, is sort of taking care of the ones that have fallen into the lake and making sure they can't get out.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna run. I don't know, about 20 feet away from him.
Is he dead?
Which way? He's not dead. He's just prone.
back up.
Like over there. I don't know.
Sideways.
It's like
Put you on the
sideways.
map.
Yeah, there you go.
Get your cup.
Cop's gotta move.
We'll say that. That's
Yeah, that's
fine.
fine.
Right?
That's 40 feet. No, that's 20 feet. I'm sorry.
They're 5
Yeah,
feet.
it's big.
They're 5 feet. Hang on. Let me know my next turn.
Cool. Speaking of which, Tapper and Kira,
Oh,
you got the same
nice.
initiative.
Kira!
Kira. Sure. Yeah, I'll go
Just so we
first.
can like go like.
I'm gonna run up on the big guy.
Oh, okay. Can you show me your route?
One that way, and then so 5, and then straight up on him. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And as you hit there, you trigger the actions of these 2 boys.
Oh,
They're both gonna pull out knives and throw them at you.
this could be fun.
Yep, it could be.
This could be a lot of fun.
I want you to
I
grab him
can't-
like
I-
this and
I
then
can't
throw
throw
him.
him
Yeah. One of them is an 18 to hit,
That will hit.
and the other one is 19 to hit, and the other one is a 13.
The 13 misses.
Okay, so the first one does though.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to reduce that using my reaction.
No, it's not gonna do that much damage.
Good.
16 points of damage.
11, so I have to roll this, and it does 0 damage. I'd like to return it. Burn a key point. Can I burn a key
We just woke up. You're good.
Regain all use.
So it's this one that you're throwing at.
Yeah, I'll throw it back at him. Dex attack.
Yeah.
Proficiency and all that. Normal attack. Unnatural 20.
Cool. It's D4 plus whatever. Unless it counts as a monk weapon for you. I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it's
does.
a.
No,
Yeah.
I think.
Nah, it doesn't.
No, there's no way it does. That's 7 damage.
7 damage. Cool.
I made a big mistake.
What did you do?
I can't turn into a Triceratops yet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So what can you turn?
This episode is non-canon.
Allosaurus.
That's the lake one, right?
No, it's like a T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sure, you're
cool.
that. Is it huge?
No, it's just large.
Cool. Will you get the whatever?
Does it still have gore, or does your damage need?
Do you want?
No, the ballet. The ballet. That's what it's technically called. It's French.
No, he doesn't have gore.
Floppy. Well, we're gonna say that it's fine. We're gonna pretend like you did all that as an Allosaurus.
Cool.
And we're gonna keep going.
Suspend your disbelief.
Can he knock people over?
Yeah.
Cool. Then we're gonna say it happened anyway.
Still my turn?
Yep. So you catch it, boom, and just keep running. One of them just flies over your head. The other one you catch, throw back, and they're like, oh!
Get me up on this big guy.
Throw him up on the big guy.
Did you click your?
Since he's pro, I don't need to. I have 50 move speed anyway. I can reach
No,
him.
but
That was 30.
30,
Yeah.
Was here.
35, 40,
40,
45,
45.
50.
45 you're on his head.
Yeah, 45 I'm on his head.
Yeah,
right at him.
he takes up a lot of space.
Alright, I'm
I
gonna
can
make
only see around.
my 2 attacks at Elven Advantage, right?
Yeah.
Sick.
Elven advantage.
Or Elven Accuracy.
Elven accuracy.
That's
Oh, what?
that one. Yeah. So that's a 25 to hit.
Yup.
Oh wow, that actually.
That's cocked.
Do you want me to reroll that one because it's cocked?
Yes.
That's even worse.
Sorry.
That's a 14.
14 does not hit.
Alright, well.
First one hits.
First one hits real good. Woo! To be fair,
Do I have to do the thing? Do I have to do that thing that you always like me to do?
Oh, I wasn't really thinking about that. That seems unnecessary.
Unnecessary. I don't think you understand how much health this thing has.
You know
What's its
what?
constitution,
You know
though?
what? Fine. Yeah, on the hit, roll.
91.
Alright.
Fuck you. 21.
Yeah, he passes, great. you baited, alright?
I really baited you hard there.
baited me into that. I'll do my last unarmed strike.
Cool.
For 18 to hit.
Wait, doesn't throwing it back count take bonus action?
That's a reaction.
Alright, cool. What to hit?
18?
18 does just barely hit. Yeah.
Alright, so that's 2 hits.
Cool. Well, that's sweet damage.
Oh, that's not very good. 14 damage in total.
14 damage. Cool.
Yep.
Alright.
I thought we should have
Kira.
engaged, actually.
I'm gonna take out my potion of frost giant strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna hand it to Ape the wolf.
Oh.
Drink that.
Okay.
Number 1 completed. I am going to take me and my horse up to this big boy.
Okay. Yep.
5, 10,
I have 60 money.
25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, you're fine.
And I'm going to.
Can we get a large creature to represent Kira right now while she's on her horse?
Yeah.
His horses are large.
And then
Do you
I'm
want
Yeah.
the centaur?
Yeah, that's perfect.
it's a horse and a girl.
Centaur was medium.
Nope. Large. Centaurs are fucking medium. You can't- Don't put Kira in.
I won't. I'm
I
just
thought
shutting
the
it. She's in my
playable
hand.
Centaur class was medium.
There's a playable centaur class, but I think it is.
Interesting.
It's like a homebrew D&D Beyond thing.
It's not. It's UA if anything.
It's
yeah.
UA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hit it.
Cool.
19.
19 hits. Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna mark it because you know that's what I like to do.
I do know that's what you like to do.
Kira's under the bell.
Um, 9 damage on the first hit.
Cool.
Again. I know. I'll give you what I want. Give you what you want. I'll hit it again.
It's like what?
25 to hit.
That'll
second
hit.
Time. Oh. Ooh, 13 damage, second hit.
13 damage, second hit.
13 damage, second hit.
And great.
Cool.
There we go. Look at Kira, she's doing so well.
What are you doing?
She's climbing.
None of the cameras can see.
It's for me.
Cool. So, Nero's turn. Nero's gonna. It's gonna go over here.
I always keep thinking that's Aethelwolf because I think of Aethelwolf as a sweet boy with a backpack.
So he's going to. He's gonna walk up there. He's gonna walk. He's just gonna sort of walk up there, crack his knuckles, and when he opens his hand, a lightning bolt is gonna through this guy. And well, no, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna do it towards this guy because he would hit you otherwise. He's gonna lightning bolt through this miniature guy. The miniature guy is going to make his save.
Did you hear the toll of the bed?
I wonder if that comes up.
The guy. The guy fails his save.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Hey guys, guess what?
I'm gonna read off some numbers and you're gonna count. You're gonna calculate them for me. How's that, guys?
Okay.
So we have
a
10,
calculator.
Can we do
Okay.
that with me too?
2,
12,
2,
14,
5,
19,
19.
26,
I have a calculator.
6,
25,
5,
30,
3.
33.
Cool. 33 points of damage
Yeah.
to this mini boy. As
Kill it.
one of
It's
his Archmage class spells comes in handy. It's not them, but it is certainly taking a lot of damage. Nero's gonna sort of crack his back and says, I'm out of practice. Cool, it's gonna be Big Boy's turn. Big Boy's gonna stand up.
Uh-oh.
Will the big boy
Been
please
nice knowing you,
stand
but
up?
I'm gonna die.
Please.
Big Boy
Yeah.
is going to
Big
take his
boy.
first attack targeting your horse.
Okay.
No,
Do you know what your
horse.
horse's AC is?
Rip
I
horse.
have no
It's
idea.
a warhorse. Look it up. Somebody who can.
Whoa.
What book is that in?
Just
Just
look
Google
up
it.
D&D
Just Google
warhorse.
Google warhorse fighting.
No, close that.
He has disadvantage on this attack because it's somebody who is not me.
Cool. That's fine.
Warhorse.
Whoa.
That is going to be a 22 to hit with disadvantage. I'm guessing that your horse doesn't have a 22
I'm gonna
AC.
also go on a one and say
But
yeah.
depending on what it is, I may do something else, you know?
Okay.
So if it's like a
Oh,
10 for
You're
an
really
AC.
gonna make me do this.
Yes, Peter. Sorry.
I gotta know, you know.
It's loading.
Wow. If I wasn't doing the GoPro, I would have had it.
It's AC's 11.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, I can't do anything about that.
so that horse is
What's
gonna
its HP,
take.
Peter? What's its HP?
19. Got 19.
These nerf.
Rip horse.
26 points of damage.
Rip
horse.
As he just slashes through your horse, you fall prone to the ground. Get rid of the horse.
Horse goes.
Horse was with us for so long.
A couple episodes even. He's gonna take his second strike on you
Horse
with
dead?
advantage
I'm kind of sad about
because
that.
you are prone.
Yeah.
Oliver, you can reanimate.
No, I can land on my feet if I'm not incapacitated, so I'm not.
You're not prone. He's still gonna attack you.
Does not get advantage.
He's still gonna attack you. That is a 25.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 24 points of damage as he slashes you good.
What?
I just had a question.
And that will be his turn as he sort of double slashes. Oliver.
Cool. I'm gonna reach into his mind. Can he do
Is that a
it?
spell?
Sorry, what is the
Yeah,
spell?
it's called, I'm going to reach into his mind.
You know what this is.
Oliver made it himself.
It's called Mind Spike.
Cool.
And I need a wisdom saving throw.
It just has home.
That is in 17.
Damn, yeah.
He rolled good. He's not wise. He just rolled good.
Cool. I know his location.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
Good.
And
It was-
Oliver just sort of surveys the bell. Good job, troops. You're doing well.
Cool. Ava Wolf is gonna glug down that shit, and he's gonna
I guess.
beef up. What is his strength now?
23.
23, which puts
Plus
him at a
6.
+6. Cool. So that actually did help him out a lot. That's his bonus action. He is going to then run forward.
Oh, sorry.
25, and he's gonna attack this guy with his halberd a couple times. First attack hits. The second attack misses, and his back end attack hits. So he is going to do 10 plus 19 points of damage against that guy who's already taken 7, which will put us at 6. So he's gonna go slash across this guy's chest one time. The second one, he's gonna lift up and parry. They seem to be at similar strengths, to be honest. But as he parries the second one, he's gonna whip the back end of his halberd around and smack him in the face, doing a serious amount of damage, actually, surprisingly. That will make it Millie's turn.
All right, I'm gonna run over here. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna shoot him.
Cool.
22 again.
Yep.
That's my 3 ones. Oof. 15 points of damage.
Cool.
And then, can I finish my movement and do my offhand on him, or not?
You would have to put your bow away and
Spikes
pull
on my
out
bow?
stuff.
My bladed bow.
Yeah, you can make your bonus action with your blade bow.
My blade. What is the damage of the blade bow?
I don't think you're proficient yet, so you don't get to add your proficiency to your attack, but it'd be a D4.
D4. Okay.
I have heartburn.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So 14.
14 to hit?
Yeah.
14 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But you shoot past, and as you shoot past, he sort of brings his sword around to you. You swing your spiked bow across his face, and he ducks backwards out of the way of it. Deirdre.
Me turn.
Oh, sorry, not your turn yet. At this level is the Ilgaroth. Ilgaroth is going to take a step forward and cleave 3 dudes' heads off with his sword. Well, he's going to try.
Who is this?
The leader of the Giants.
Oh, got it. Wait,
No.
Yep.
Not our giant.
Yep.
No. Right there.
So he's gonna chop off the heads of 2 guys and then miss the 3rd guy, and you can see that cold energy blasts out of his blade as it hits both of them. There's still a little bit of blue left in his blade. As the 3rd guy, you can see him wet his pants at the thought of this. Your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. First, I'm gonna use my fan. He's gonna have to make a strength saving throw.
Does that work on huge creatures?
Yeah.
Cool.
Doesn't say it doesn't.
That is going to be a 23.
Then he's not pushed back 15 feet, but his movement is halved as a 10 feet by 60 feet blast of wind is continually...
Cool, so the other people in that are going to make that save as well. The thieves.
Well, can I push up to the front? Because I was near the front.
There's at least one dude between you and him, which is the guy who didn't get his head cut off, who's going to have to make that save.
Sure.
That is an 8.
He's pushed back 15 feet, so he's behind him.
Well, as he goes behind him, he's going to take his reaction to drive his sword through his stomach and just sort of impale him into the ground. And that would be a natural 20, so that's what's going to happen there.
Are you rolling so well?
I'm not rolling that well. He has an insanely high attack bonus. That was a natural 20, though. So.
Good to know. Okay.
So you are rolling.
Well, that time. Giants are tough, dude. They're naturally a CR of 9. This guy has class levels, so he's very good. Cool.
So that's one action. Next action, I notice the magic thing happening, so I do something I never do and actually use my crossbow as I back up, let's say, 20 feet.
Cool, you back up 20 feet.
I will take his natural 20 and bring my own.
Cool.
Woo! Woo!
Show me that damage.
This uber damage. Oh, 16.
16. Cool.
Wait, plus dex, right?
Yeah.
20.
20, nice. Cool, it hits him, and he's looking straight at you.
I stick my tongue out.
Cool. At this point, is that fine to do? Yeah, it's fine. One of the chain giants from
We didn't need that.
Battlefield Over
Oh, good.
walks up. He does seem wounded. He's not. He has been wounded a little bit, but you do see a bit of feather stuck to his hammer, where a previous Kenku may have been.
Was it Kenku involved? Remember we fought, or somebody. Oh yeah, there was a Kenku at one point.
Well, there was a Kenku.
Oh, rip.
It takes its turn to get all the way up there. Cool. So that makes it this guy's turn. He's gonna bum rush Oliver.
Hey.
Oh, Ollie's all alone.
Yeah, everyone leaves and it's just Oliver.
And he's gonna take some great sword strikes on you.
Uh-oh.
More like an okay sword.
Hey!
That was pretty good. It is an okay sword because he didn't roll
I
good.
love the numbs back because now we get to high five.
12.
Nope.
Okay, his second strike.
Alright, I see.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Rip Ollie.
24 points of damage.
52 minus 24.
8.
Up to you.
I have 8 health now.
It's not 8.
It's new math.
This
It's
one
whatever I
is going to grab at its armor and rip off a chunk of it, and you see that sort of carved into its skin is this symbol. It's going to hit it a couple of times. It's then going to catch fire. He's going to do 2d10 damage to himself,
Ha! Loser.
which is 8. Sorry.
Disappointing.
Could have been 20.
Very low chance.
He's going to do that much damage to himself. The two of you, he is then going to burst into flame.
I hate my
So the two of you,
I knew they were made out of fire.
that's not quite how it's
Knew
working.
it.
Tapper.
Tapper's understanding of
You're going to take 14 points of fire damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that or not?
How does that work? What is
When
the
an
actual
attacker that
text?
you can see hits you with an attack. You can
It's not an
use your-
attack, so you can't
Okay.
uncanny dodge it. And Aethelwolf is also going to take that damage.
14.
14. And you get the sense that if you stick around in this guy's fire wreath, you will continue to be taking that damage. Wallace.
Yeah. He's on fire?
No, little guy over here is on fire.
He's on fire?
Yeah,
Nope.
Not that
He's
one.
on fire.
little guy.
He's on fire. Okay.
The orc. That's definitely a giant, not an orc.
Who's on fire? What's on second?
Nice.
Oh, that's a good one, Alyssa. That's really a good one.
It's really high in the cultural
It's a
consciousness.
really modern, you know.
I'm gonna charge at this guy. How
Cool.
far away am I from him?
20 feet, you said.
Can I move back 10 feet?
Yep.
And then forward?
If you have enough movement to do that, yeah.
I do. I have 60 feet. of
Yeah,
movement.
no, that's fine.
So I'm gonna do
You
that.
back up, and then
I'm
sprint
gonna
forward.
do that. So it's not gore, it's pounce for an Allosaurus.
Okay, you're gonna pounce on him.
Yeah. So he's gotta make a strength saving throw.
Saving throw. That is not good. That is a 9.
He's knocked prone.
Jesus fucking Christ, this
We
guy
love
can't
this
stand up.
dinosaur.
And
Bitch ass.
I'm also with pounce.
He takes some damage, right?
Yeah, I get to bite him too.
Cool.
So I'm gonna bite him. That's a 19.
19, 19 hits.
Okay.
You have advantage on the strike, so roll it again, just in case. You get a nat 20. If it's not a
20.
20, it doesn't
It's
matter.
20,
Yeah.
not natural. Yeah. And then piercing. Where are my d10s? I keep losing them.
You want another one?
No. 17 piercing.
17 piercing, nice.
Do I still have an extra attack from haste?
Yeah, haste lasts a minute, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
10 rounds.
Haste lasts a minute or until you lose concentration. And it has been. This is round
3.
3 that you've had.
No,
it.
this is round
2.
2.
This is round 3 because you had that extra surprise round. So that
Alright.
was an additional round.
So I'm gonna bite him again.
Cool.
Advantage.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. 18.
18 just barely hits, yeah.
Cool. And then I'm gonna do. I was just holding it. I don't know where it went. Okay. 20 points of piercing damage.
Nice. He is not looking so hot. He's
Get it? 'Cause
looking
he's
bad.
fire.
Ha ha! Tapper, unless you want to do anything else.
I'm gonna go.
I love Wallace. I'm glad he's back.
If we didn't have Wallace.
Wallace is coming in goddamn clutch right now.
Yeah.
Tapper, you're up.
I'll make my 2 attacks on the
Prone guy?
I have advantage on him.
Figured.
Well, now that I can do dinosaurs,
That's
it's
a
like
17 to hit.
Nope.
Not a Triceratops.
I'll make my second attack.
No, that was my bad. That was my bad.
It's even worse.
It's fine. It's the first time he's done
Yeah,
it.
that's a 13.
No. That was with advantage?
Yeah.
Triple
That was with
advantage.
With elven accuracy? Holy
Yeah,
shit,
elven
dude.
accuracy's really not
More
good.
like elven inaccuracy.
Nice, though.
Hey.
Great. I'm gonna use a key point and do
Punchy.
flurry of blows.
Cool.
That's a 23.
23 will hit, yeah.
And then the last one is a 21.
21 will also hit.
So we got 2 hits. Oh my gosh, this is awful. 13 damage.
13 damage total?
Yeah, 13
Shit.
damage total.
Not bad.
Not on my game today.
He's not drunk.
Yeah, not drunk enough.
But you know what? That's exactly as much damage as you needed to kill him.
Oh, smash that face in.
So you like miss a bunch of times and you just get really frustrated with the last one. You just take your elbow to his windpipe and Tapper. You get to tell the dad. Yay!
It's so loud.
Yay!
Oh, that looks awful.
It's gonna hurt my ears when I edit.
That looks terrible. On the
Remove
couch.
that man from the map and give him back to me.
Absolutely.
Nice, solid.
Wow, if these giants didn't like me before.
They really don't like you
Certainly don't
now.
like you. You took down one of their 2 remaining big warriors. Though, whatever, doesn't matter. Anything else from you, Tapper?
No, that's all the abilities. I still have my reaction in case something goofy happens.
Yeah, you can run around if you want.
I'll run over here.
Yeah.
Not up on Oliver, but right about there.
I'm just gonna assume you have enough movement to do that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna shout at this guy. Hey! Come get me, you ugly bastard!
Look, he's talking to you.
Free
Over
action.
there.
Just free action, yeah. Taunt him.
Taunt!
Gesture to the body lying behind me.
Make some weird gestures.
Cool. He does look mad.
Good.
Kira.
Where can I get with 30 feet of movement now that I have no horse?
Rip horse.
Probably him. Or
He
maybe.
is on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't want to go to him.
Who's on fire now? That guy.
Who's on fire?
What's dead? I don't know.
Who's driving the bus?
The wheels.
Why don't I just
The
move
wheels.
over here, like
Cool.
in between the 2 of them, and try throwing something at the big guy.
Cool.
Throwing one.
I have this 1-hand axe. I actually have 2. Throw it! Throw it! Oh yeah. Yeah, Peter, I'm no silly girl.
Say it though. Say it so the DM knows.
Lee,
Yep.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to mark my hand axe with my glove of minor returning.
Cool.
Thor.
Thor. We have Thor.
It's
We
not a
have
hammer, it's an axe.
It's an axe. Well, Thor's got an axe
Thor's got an
now.
axe now.
Yeah.
So,
It's the
it's
Kratos-
modern MCU.
Spoilers.
It's the Kratos
Spoiler.
one.
Spoilers.
Well, it's been out for a long time.
I haven't seen it
Look,
still.
by the time this airs,
It's coming to
Infinity War
Netflix.
Part 2 might be
23
out.
to hit.
Yikes. Yikes. Yes.
That means, wait, is it only with a melee, or can I just whenever I hit?
You tell me, man.
No. Okay. 1d6 slashing damage. 8 damage.
8 damage.
Bring it back.
Why?
Isn't that a bonus section?
It probably was recording
No,
for
to
too
mark
long.
it
Cool.
as a
Start
free
over.
action.
I did.
It's a free action to bring it
Yep.
back? That's so much.
It's really good, but it doesn't work too good all the time. You'll see. We'll at some point.
That's.
Cool. Anything else?
Doesn't exist.
Anything else for you?
Well, I have 2
And it
attacks.
comes back to you.
2 attacks, so yeah.
It's so much better than the Eldritch Knight one.
19.
19 does hit, yeah. This one doesn't seem nearly as armored as the other one.
6 damage.
He
6
does have
damage.
fun moles on his back.
Yeah, that's fun. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Nero's gonna...
I bring it back, obviously.
Yeah, run back around here, and he's gonna say, "Wash yourselves." Then he's gonna stab into his flesh, and he's gonna deal himself some damage.
Don't do that,
So
though.
cool.
3, 4,
Which Oliver's
5,
touching.
6. Holy shit! 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 points of fucking damage. That's not bad. And he's going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level using his blood event. So as he sort of slashes outwards, his blood turns into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 missiles that just out magic missiles that hit this guy that you are.
Big boy?
Yeah.
Meanie big boy.
So we got 4, 5, 6, 7,
Magic missile.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 7 is 22. So he does 22 points of damage in exchange for 10 points of damage, and I think that's probably worth
How much damage did he do?
22. Cool. So boom, as they sort of boom, and pepper this guy's sort of back. Oliver.
Ollie's gonna see you come do a little misty step.
Nice. Solid.
And then I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him.
Cool.
Told it.
Toll that.
Any damage?
He has. Yeah.
He has?
He has.
Oh, sweet.
He took damage from
No.
You?
lightning bolt. Nero lightning bolt.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I thought Near Lightning bolted the other one.
No, Nero lightning bolted that guy. That I'm gonna assume he fails. It's a wisdom.
Mhm.
5.
Nope.
Toll his dead.
6. 8.
8 total.
8 total.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, he has been damaged, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. We're
Cool.
good.
This is D12s, right? Cool. Anything else?
Nope. No. That's it.
Cool. Aethelwolf is going to take 2d8 points of damage for starting his turn in the fire. That's 9 points of
He's
damage
not facing him. I'm gonna make him face him.
to Aethelwolf. He's looking honestly fine. So he's gonna make a strike on this guy. His first strike is a natural 20. He is gonna throw his smite on that strike. His level 2 smite. So we have 2d8.
He beat us both in the tournament.
I really want him as a permanent party member.
So he's rolling 1d10
NPC permanent party members.
We make a lot of
plus
friends.
3d8.
Just not with each other.
Yeah.
We make a lot of friends with each other.
16 plus 14?
No.
Yeah, we do.
Tapper,
You do.
Tapper
plus
can
16.
friends with all of them.
So
Yeah. Always has to.
16 plus 16
However,
plus
Tapper's the one that
Three
points
granola
to
and marked
do
by
not
10
find each
matches.
other friends.
7.
12.
Because I took
They're
one.
business
So,
acquaintances.
No.
Not for long.
32, 6, 7, 8. He does 58 points of damage.
Yes!
What?
He's dead?
He does 58 points of damage
But
to
you
this
boys-
guy. I don't know. I have to do the math. There's a lot of math I'm doing right now. That's only his first attack, also. So.
I'm glad I gave him that. potion.
Yeah, that was a
Oh wait, that's not. I didn't even add in his strength, so that's an addition. There's a six added to that.
64.
That's wild.
64. Yeah, it's because he critted on his fucking smite. So he doubled all that dice. He's gonna make his second attack, which misses, unfortunately, and his third attack, which also misses. It's fine. He did 64 points of damage. And it is dead as fuck. Yeah, he just boom, slashes its head off.
Get him out of here.
Cool. And he's gonna go, "Hoo-hoo-hoo! I like this potion. It's a lot of fun. Awesome.
What's the rest of the battle looking like? Is it going well? Do we see more?
It
guys
seems to
going
not. It
down?
doesn't seem to be going too terribly. The area around Ilgaroth is looking a little bleak because he has taken dudes down with one strike. But as you look over there, you see both Heroth and his Pegasus guy coming up on either side. So you think they're probably going to be all right over there. The battle over by the lake is looking pretty good. There's certainly casualties on your side, but for the most part, it is people like punching down at people trying to get out of a lake. So they have the sincere advantage there. Over on the other side of the battlefield, it could go either way. It could go either way.
They need to let them get to the city gates. I'm ready.
Millie, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit, so I'm back to back with Oliver,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna shoot him.
You don't get sneak attack because nobody's in range.
Ah, fudge. That's okay.
No one's in range of anyone.
Yeah, he just needs to die. 22 again.
22 will hit, yeah.
7 points of damage.
Where did it go? Where did mine?
And then I'm going to bonus action help Oliver. If you make an attack, you get advantage, but I doubt you'll make an attack.
That's fine.
But you know, 5 feet of me.
Cool. That is gonna
As long as
be
I'm in 5 feet of you.
So is Ava Wolf.
Oh wait, I'll help Ava Wolf.
Yeah, don't help.
Sorry.
No, it's
cool.
okay.
You help Ava Wolf. That's fine. Okay? So we're back over to the other battle right now. Ilgaroth takes a step towards you, but then he takes a lance to the back and he turns around towards Pegasus Boy and starts going out after Pegasus Boy. You see Prince Heroth coming up and around, also engaging him. So you've got a Pegasus and a horse circling this guy, and he's slashing at them. And it seems like an evenly paced battle. What do you want to do, Deirdre?
What I want to do is continue doing what I'm doing, you know? I'm gonna fire another arrow.
Cool.
And let me know if when one of those 2 Pegasus flying guys
There's only
get,
one.
like really badly hurt.
Yeah, cool. Will do.
Yeah, let me know that. Or anyone around me.
There's some dudes bleeding out, yeah, around you. The coalition of thieves you were with, like the group you were with, they're pretty much all dead or dying at this point.
Yeah, you really owe them your life.
They meat shielded you a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I don't know their positions, but just get me going from like nearest to nearest. I have 2 actions each turn.
Cool. So you spend your turn and you manage to heal up 2 of them. They stand up and they go and they fight fighting the chainsmith again. So, yeah.
So
You're providing a pretty good combat medic situation right now.
yeah, I start doing that.
Cool.
Do you need me to roll anything or?
No, it's fine.
Cool.
That's gonna make it the chainsmith's turn. The chainsmith is going to stay where it is and whip out its chain towards Kira.
Oh no.
Because it's got a lot of reach.
Are the chainsmiths gonna do another collab?
And it's gonna fucking let go of the chain. And it's gonna past you and land right about here.
Oh, I glued his arms together, otherwise I'm gonna take his arm off.
So it's gonna take its 2 steps forward towards Kira and try to bring its hammer down with its offhand for its second attack. So can you move it towards Kira?
Can you stop eating dice, please? I'm really worried you're gonna choke.
But they're the perfect size.
We have our dice eating corner over here. That is
I want to eat these
22 to hit.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do that thing where I roll it.
Can you, if you're not mounted and don't have it marked?
They don't build off each other.
Cool.
And it has nothing to do with being mounted.
Sounds good.
I roll.
You have a limited number of these, right?
Nope. This I only have 3.
Yeah.
But literally anything I roll, you can't hit me. So.
Cool. So as you slash down, it like slams its hammer down towards you. It looks like it's gonna hit, but you bring your shield up with your arm and you just boom, block it. And everybody, you hear this reverberating noise and you look over and you can see this giant 2-handing a hammer down towards Kira, who's just standing with her shield up, holding it like bicep fucking bulging.
Inside my chainmail, yes, you can all see my bicep bulge.
Yeah, no, the chainmail is being distended a little bit. No, it's cool. It's just like, and like just this look of absolute determination on her face. It's kind of really cool.
Alright, Kira.
Cool, so the small one is dead. This one is gonna take your fucking bait and gonna sprint up towards you and start attacking you.
Take the bait.
It's really mad because it's small now, forever, and that's your fault.
Well, it'll be dead soon.
This is a better plan when another one was alive. I had a plan.
He's gonna make his first attack, which is a 20 to hit, and his second attack is a 12 to hit.
12 misses.
Cool. So the first one is going to be
Plan still failed though.
10 points of damage.
Cool.
She slashes you with 10 points of damage. Overhead this way, slashes you across the chest. The second one, you manage to sort of like leap up and over his sword as he tries to slash it across you. So you sort of like matrix over it a little bit and then land and spring to your feet. Wallace.
This guy's still standing?
Yep, definitely. He yeah.
He was wounded when he came in, but that's all.
Guess what? I'm gonna pounce.
You gonna bounce?
So I'm gonna run at him.
He's gonna make a strength, yeah?
He's gotta make a strength.
That's a 17.
He succeeds, but I'm still gonna.
So an attack? Make a bite with your other.
Still gonna bite him. Yeah. Wait, do I still? I'm still out of haste, right?
You're still hasted. This is round 4 now.
4.
Yeah. I'm writing it down.
I'm keeping track.
22 to hit.
22 to hit will hit.
Okay. Gotta roll that damage. 20.
20, cool. That's solid. That's a good amount of damage. As you jump onto it, but it sort of like pushes you off, like stops attacking Kira and just sort of nudges you off. But you do manage to nip its elbow and you rip a chunk out of its flesh as you go off.
I go.
Tapper and Kira. Stop, please. Dear God, stop, please.
This is what Millie and Oliver are doing.
Can you give me the boy who's dead?
This boy?
Yeah. Thank you.
Just
Hey,
Michael?
It's okay. He has a ton of time.
Just gonna make my 2 attacks.
Cool.
On this fool. That's 22 to hit.
Yep.
And a 16 to hit.
16 just barely hits, yeah.
Right,
You can see that these guys probably are used to wearing plate armor, but they don't have any plate armor sized for medium-sized people, so they cobbled something together real quick.
Alright, and then I'll throw my 3rd offhand attack.
Cool.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 14.
No, 14 does not hit.
Been getting about 2 hits per turn.
Stop.
Wow! 12 damage in total.
Jeez, that's not
Wow.
awesome. That's really not awesome.
Tapper's not doing great.
Kira!
We swap out the dice.
I'm gonna try to hit it with my sword.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to.
Hit it with my sword.
I do that
Getting
really
a little
well.
punchy.
Getting?
Get it? Punchy? Because you're punching enemies?
Natural 19 plus 9.
Yep.
You know that means that I'm gonna mark it.
I do know that is what that means, yeah.
That's all I do.
Cool. Damage stuff.
10 damage, first hit. Second
Cool.
hit.
Well,
Let's
yeah, roll again.
see. 17.
17 just barely hits, yeah.
Oh yeah, Kira.
9 damage.
9 damage.
Num num num. Guys, do I want to do an action surge?
Do you?
I don't know. I only have 1.
Sure.
Do it.
Nah.
Cool.
2 more times.
2 more times.
2 more.
19.
19 does hit.
9 damage.
9 damage.
More than 19. 24.
Yeah.
4 hits, 1 round. Elena, I'm almost like Tapper.
Ooh.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Fuck yeah.
That's exactly as much as you needed.
Hell yeah.
Hits the
Wait,
floor.
does that mean my thing changes?
No.
Oh, because it looked skeleton-y when I killed the skeleton. I
On
haven't
a
killed
crit.
anything
When you
since.
created a skeleton.
Oh. But I kill something. You guys can never kill stuff.
I'm proud of you.
Cool.
Ring that bell.
Ring that
Ring
bell.
that bell! Toll the dead!
Let's bring it right next to the mic.
Don't,
everybody.
please, don't, please, dear God. Okay. Woo!
It was still pretty bad.
It looks worse than it is. Cool. That's gonna make it Nero's turn. Nero's just gonna straight up, yeah. He's not that worried about anything that's going on here anymore, to be honest. So Nero's gonna run off towards the lake.
But maybe not.
Towards the lake.
Is this boy the only bad boy?
Biggest guy?
left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only one in this current
Our-
area.
This little area.
At this point,
Here where the A team is.
Yeah, how's
That
the
sounded
18 looking?
painful.
What?
a natural 20 to the two of you on this attack.
Holy
I was gonna
shit.
say, can I roll a save?
Nah, it's an attack. It's not a save.
Is it now?
Yeah, it's a rock attack. What?
I'm just thinking about future rock attacks. And
Rock
if one
attack.
misses, it can be returned.
It's too big, I'm gonna say.
I disagree.
That's what she called her group, rock attack.
Tyler's gonna.
Rock attack.
Rock attack!
We also start a band.
The flaming boulders.
Do I die?
We did
here?
start with rocks.
Well, you take 28 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional.
Team
I'm not
Rocket.
fine.
Team rock.
Team Rocket.
Rock it.
Team Rock.
An additional 30 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm unconscious.
No, you're not dead. You're just
Unconscious.
It's fine.
Lucky for you, well, it was 27 points of bludgeoning damage? Yeah, that's what I said.
28.
28, cool, that's fine. He's not dead, because the fire does not affect him at all. He is prone, however.
Ollie, go stab him.
Ollie, stab him good!
And you see that one of the chainsmiths has just finished combat with... Who did he just fight?
He killed that?
Finished combat with Arnold F. Schweizer Jr., who is now Paste.
Governor of California?
Wait, paste? What's that mean?
He's
dead.
smooshed
He's
on the
liquid.
ground.
How
He is
dead?
dead.
Like, he is in pieces. And he has started to run over in this direction.
He had a great
I loved
grandpapa.
him and his grandpa.
Grandpapa.
No.
No? I
That's
thought-
me grandpa.
Oh, you're right.
Honestly, pizza.
It's like you
He's looking damaged for sure. He has an axe wedged in his side, but
Gotta hurt.
yeah. He's running his way over. That was his attack, and he's gonna use his movement to basically make it to here. Cool. That will make it Oliver's turn.
Please.
Do you attack the one that's prone?
I don't know if he's gonna do it or not.
Reanimate Tapper.
You're dead, right?
I'm
No.
unconscious.
He's unconscious. He's not.
I know, but that's what I mean. Okay, cool. I'm gonna saunter back to this folk over here, put a hand on his face, and animate him,
Ooh.
Giant!
and give myself an undead servant.
What is the casting time on Animate Dead?
1 minute?
Oh,
So,
no.
do you want to spend a minute to do that?
That's 10
10
rounds.
rounds.
That's 10 rounds.
Yes.
No. Let's just walk over here, and I'm gonna take my Volt Charge dagger,
Cool.
and slide it, and stab him. Stab him
Cool.
down. Do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, it's an advantage though.
Good. Bad. 14.
14 doesn't hit.
Oh god, into the dirt.
Just into the. Well, you stab it down at him, and he sort of rolls out of the way. You don't
Hey.
just fucking miss.
Okay.
You have a bonus action?
Nope.
Nothing.
Cool.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
If somebody's prone, do they get attacks of opportunity?
No, they don't get reactions. Well, they yeah. He can't make an attack.
Cool, then I'm
He's
in the
on
back.
ground.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna back up a bit.
Cool.
It's not me, Molly.
I just thought, you know.
Thank
Cool. That'll make it Aethelwolf's turn. Aethelwolf is gonna jump on over here, and he's gonna put his hands on Tapper,
Thank you.
and he is going to throw his 25 points of lay on hands into Tapper.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
As you get up, he's gonna say, "That's all I've got, so don't get killed again."
Well, I didn't plan on it.
Millie.
Alright, I'm gonna stibby stab, and I have advantage, so I do get sneak attack.
Yes, you do. If you hit.
If I hit. Well, that was a 22.
Yep.
Yeah. With my.
I need a horse. I'm so far away from everything.
You don't have a horse, but you do have a dinosaur.
19 points of damage.
Total?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is he still alive? 'Cause
He
it's
is still alive.
offhand. And I get advantage on that too, right? But I can't do sneak attack, doesn't matter.
And you don't get your proficiency. For,
I'm gonna ride
you don't add
that
your dex to the damage.
dinosaur.
It's just the dice.
18.
18, yeah, that hits. So it's just a d4.
8.
4?
4. And 4 for my dex.
Not dex, because that's not how offhanding attack works.
Oh, never mind. 4.
It's fine though, he's dead. You stab him with your rapier through the neck, and then you just sort of slice it open with the other one. He is also super dead.
We're eating giant tonight, boys.
Hope not.
Cool, so Ilgaroth is going to take a look around and see
Hold
if
on,
things
I'm gonna back up.
aren't going super well for him. So he's going to just take a moment and start looking, like, focusing on his sword as the area around him begins to glow a little bit. Heroth and the Pegasus guy see this as an opportunity. They both charge in real close with their weapons drawn. Deirdre.
I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sight of that because I can see it, not hear it. Make that guy do a charisma saving throw.
Ilgaroth?
Yeah.
That's a natural 1.
He is banished.
That's not a touch attack?
No.
What? Shoot! And he just fucking disappears! Haste does drop,
Yeah.
but he is now banished.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Who's banished?
The big guy.
The leader of their army is gone.
The one who
He
kept
just
killing
disappeared.
people.
And the two of them like run past each other, swinging their weapons. Heroth with his sort of like, yeah, with his lance,
You're
just swinging it that way,
clutch.
and the Pegasus guy going like that, and they whoom, through air. And they're like,
Sorry.
thank you.
No problem.
Cool. That's awesome. That makes it Wallace's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna scoop. Is this guy the only enemy that's like near us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoop up Kira. So that's
Pure on the dots.
10.
10, yeah.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my 60 feet to get like
As close as
close
possible.
as I can.
Cool.
Which is like right there, yeah, because I counted. Kira's.
Kira's on you.
Yes.
Aww.
It'll
Just lay her down. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yes, she looks so majestic.
Cool. Tapper and Kira.
Am I?
You go first every
okay.
time, Peter.
What's the stats on a basic healing potion?
Stats on a basic healing potion is
Anyone know?
a very fucking question.
2d4 plus 4.
Yeah, I think it's 2d4.
2d4 plus 4.
Do you want to stand up?
Screw that. Yeah, I'll stand up. 5. That's 5 in my movement.
Because you're a monk.
Monks. We're running up on the big guy.
Straight back into danger.
We're throwing 4 attacks.
Figure.
Burning a key point. We're burning 4 attacks. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
It's not 15. And then... Oh, it's even worse. Alright, I got 1 hit.
That's a bummer.
Ugh!
It's okay, we just banished the guy.
Yeah, I think we're...
I feel like this
But
is
he's
supposed to
coming back
universe.
though. Right?
6 damage.
Comes back in a little while. 6 damage.
Yep, and because I used my flurry blows, I have disengage.
Cool.
So I will back up to where Aethel is.
Okay, throw him back. Throw him back
It's
there.
a round. That's it?
How long is banish last?
Banishment is un minuto.
Yeah.
Oh, a
Yep.
minute.
1
Four.
minute.
4.
Cool. That will make Kira.
I'm gonna jump off of that, and that doesn't kill my movement because I'm Cavalier, and that's my new horse. Dragon, everybody. And then I'm gonna finish running towards that person.
Cool.
Oh, guys, what do you mean?
What you gonna do?
Hit it with my sword.
What's
23.
23 will hit.
11 damage. Mark it.
Nice,
That's what
marked.
I do. Is that 17 or is it cocked?
It's
17.
cocked. Roll it again. I can see.
He's got eyes.
It's okay. It's still 19.
Yeah.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Over.
Cool. Still alive. Not looking awesome, though. Nero is off fighting some people over by the lake. That'll make it its turn. It's going to take a chain attack on you, Kira.
Of Burke.
Is today Friday?
That's a 19 plus 9 to hit.
Which is 28.
It's that kind of weak.
28.
Guys, do I use my other thing? I still have 2
Up to
more.
you.
Yes.
Use everything in this fight.
Everything I got.
Are we
No,
out?
but I'm just wondering if it's
Yeah.
gonna.
SD card's full. That's fine. We're almost done.
I'm just wondering if it's gonna if it's possible for me to do it. Because it's 29, and this is a.
Do it. Do it. Just do it.
If I roll
28.
an
Do
8,
it.
if I roll a perfect 8, I can.
Well, it's a 28 to hit. So if you roll
A
a
7
7 or an 8.
Come on.
It's not like it's life or death or anything here. You have a ton of health.
It still hits, but because it still hits me, I get resistance against the attack damage.
Cool.
So.
8. 23 points of damage, halved to 11. It's going to swing its chain around, and now it's going to take its hammer and try to slash you with its hammer, hit you with its hammer with sort of its offhand. That is 27 to hit.
Yeah.
You're not going to do your thing?
No.
Cool.
It's offhand. I figure.
2, 7, 14 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional 7 points of fire damage.
Since when is the hammer on fire?
It always has been. It just hasn't hit yet.
I just realized I could have reduced the rock damage because it was flying at me.
Probably.
By enough to not go unconscious.
I don't know. I don't think it counts as a projectile that you can catch.
How
No,
many
it's
was
like
that?
bigger than you.
I want to try. Oh no, I can't catch it
I
in
don't
return.
remember. It was 14 bludgeoning plus 7 fire.
So 21?
Yeah. It's gonna be Oliver's turn.
Cool. Ollie's gonna move up here and cast magic missile
Nice.
on the guy. Oh fuck me.
You can cast it at higher levels for more missiles.
Yeah. But not right now. I can't. 11 damage.
11 damage is
A dainty.
all you need.
Give me that bell. Give me that bell.
Giant Slayer!
Oliver Dumont, Slime Slayer, Giant Slayer.
Yeah! And he hits the ground hard. At this point, the remaining giants, which is really not that many, there's one warrior left who was over in that direction, and there are 4 chainsmiths left, and 1 miniature chainsmith who is sort of back killing some thieves right now. Look around and they realize that their leader is gone and they're losing this fight. The warrior sort of looks around, not sure what to do. One of the chainsmiths just shouts something in giant and they all start
What does he say?
running. He says, "Run."
Okay. They're
And
running.
they all start running.
Well, we
They
should
start
run
to
after them.
leave.
I
Let's
start to
kill
shoot
them.
as many as I can as they run away.
They were
Or are they
already
too
out of
far?
range and now they're
Okay.
running away.
The only thing we have to do is set up a perimeter for the guy to come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the leader's coming back. We just need
Yeah, I say that to the Pegasus people, like, get the word out really quickly. He's coming back in
It's
on
like,
me.
boom, fly out.
Are we still in combat?
Not super really in combat.
Yeah, I'll activate boots and start running and telling whoever.
So you start telling everybody, and the
Where's
people
the
that are
coming?
alive.
Where's the shot coming?
telling people to converge on the point.
Yeah,
Will-
the
On that, so he'll
But I
reach
also
coming
here
back
at
there.
that
a
point.
wide berth because he was about to do something.
Oh, that's true.
so you make a perimeter. How large do you want to make this perimeter? How many feet?
30?
30 feet, like a 30-foot diameter.
30
40.
foot diameter.
Let's do
30
40.
30-foot radius.
So a 60-foot diameter.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
each of us is 30 feet away.
Cool. So y'all
Wait.
march in.
Just for refreshing my memory, what was this is Big Fireboy. What was he about to do when he left?
He was
got a blue
focusing on his sword, and his sword started to glow.
Can we kind of perimeter up here?
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna
can
have
do
a-
it. Well, there's more than just you.
There's more than
There's
just us.
a lot of the
Right,
troops are still
just
there.
So we know at a 30 situation.
Also,
Actually,
Aethys
could we
is
do
having a
40?
fucking grand old time in his mech.
I have
Could
a
we do
question.
40
Yeah.
foot?
Yeah, let's do
Let's do
40
40.
feet. I just have a question here. I'm sure there were other mounted
This is not
combatants,
right,
and did
but-
one of them
No.
die and maybe the horse survived?
That's 25, but we can. Yeah.
Not that you can see, and if it did, it deserted. So you wait, and you wait, and everybody's sort of looking at you, Deirdre, for the signal.
Wait, is hand-to-hand combat like over?
The giants have run. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back into Wallace.
is there anyone still on the ground that's hurt?
Yeah, you can start combat medicing people, but people are looking to you because you're the one who's keeping him in a different plane right now.
Yeah, I keep one hand open that I'm gonna drop just before he comes back.
Cool.
You know,
So you start healing up people
I'm gonna drink one
rapidly.
of my greater healing
Yeah, what did we
potions,
say?
Go for it.
but also
What were the stats on the potion I said?
2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I can't do that. Never mind. I have something in my hand.
So about this point, we're nearing the minute mark.
yeah.
Like very, very close. And the battlefield grows tense as you all just sort of wait. A lot of these people are covered in blood.
All of
There's
our
some
actions
holding
are
back
ready.
tears for their fallen comrades. The Folly folk don't look like they fared too well in their ambush. A lot of them are dead. If you make a look around, most of the people that you recognize going into the fight are coming out of the fight, with the exception of Kermar the Kenku, Arnold Schweizar, Sebastian the werewolf, you can see is sort of mangled on the ground. And the Goliath warlock that you defeated in round 1, his head is not on his body. There's also some other corpses on the battlefield
still
of
here.
people you didn't recognize. And you wait. You wait. And then Deirdre, you feel the spell coming down.
And I say, ready your actions!
And everybody sort of readies themselves. And you whoom, put your hand down. He appears in the center of everyone. I don't have as many because it's the one with the sword. Looks around for a moment. Drives his sword into the ground.
Oh, dear.
Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Shit.
17.
Wallace?
11.
11. Cool. Deirdre?
23.
Cool.
9.
9.
22.
Nice.
5.
Cool. A huge, blindingly white explosion of energy explodes out. Just like the brightest light you guys have ever seen. The two of you manage to squint through it. Nearly everyone else, with the exception of Nero. So the two of you and Nero are pretty much the only ones who don't lose their vision. Also, Pegasus
But the
guy.
two of you, I didn't see you pointing is at me.
It's you, yeah. Deirdre,
Okay.
Kira, Nero, and Rithon, the Pegasus Knight, all managed to make it through, but everybody else, as just this blinding explosion of light happens. You're all blind for a minute. And you see sort of a locket on his neck shatter, the ones of you who can see. He's then going to start focusing in on his sword again as the Pegasus starts to fly in.
I'll run in.
You run in as well.
Can I cast a twin spell haste on both Pegasus flyers?
I think you have
There's
to.
one
I think it's a
Pegasus.
touch spell.
It's not. It's a ranged spell.
Oh. There's only one Pegasus Rider, but you can cast it on the Pegasus Rider and Kira if you want.
Okay, I'll do that.
What does haste do, everybody?
2 actions.
2 actions,
Two actions,
doubles your move
plus 2 to
speed.
your AC times 2 to your speed and advantage on attacks.
Advantage on attacks plus 2 to your AC.
Well, you had advantage pretty much all those times anyway.
Advantage on attack.
And then plus 2 to your ace.
Can I, if I was like about to cast a spell, can I cast it?
And 2 attacks.
And
No,
Two
you're
actions.
blind.
2 actions.
I'm gonna say you
But you
guys have been caught off guard for at least this round, and you're blind for a minute.
Is anyone else? Can you see?
So the two of you start to run in. He is going to start to run in as well. 40 feet. You can't make it.
Now I can.
Now you can. You make it up. The Pegasus makes it up as well. You can go ahead and do whatever you want if you have a turn. I mean, just throw. This isn't him, but you can throw him in the middle there.
Do I have to roll initiative or just
attack?
One of them definitely hits. Well, one of them
What
definitely
is it?
doesn't. 14 plus 9, 24.
Did you roll with
24
advantage?
hit. Yeah.
Oh no, advantage.
Yeah, with your haste.
You get advantage.
And
Haste doesn't get advantage on attack, it's just advantage on dex saves.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
that felt like
Too much.
too much.
Never mind.
Well, 14 plus 9.
Yeah, that'll hit. And your next attack? Why are you rolling 2?
Because I have 2 attacks per action and I have 2 actions. Yeah, one of them doesn't hit again, and the other one's 18 plus 9.
Yeah, that'll hit. Those 2 will hit. You see, he has been hit like once this whole battle. He has not taken damage.
I hit him thrice.
Yeah, with your fucking dinky crossbow.
And with my
6
chromatic
damage,
orb that did a lot.
12 damage,
Did it?
18 damage,
I
and then I'm
want
gonna
credit.
mark him.
Okay.
6, 12, and 18.
Pegasus Rider's gonna sweep in, and he's going to fucking critically fail his first attack, and miss his second attack. So he didn't do fucking
Yes,
jack
he-
shit. Yeah, well, he's missing one of his lances. 15, 17. Those are both hit. So he is going to do.
We kind of make up all the colors. Red, blue, pink, black.
He's going to do 30 points of damage in total.
Every color.
At this point, it is Ilgroth's turn.
All
He is going to sort of and hit himself in the chest in that same spot that you saw the other ones hitting themselves. He doesn't catch on fire though. Fiery wings
Well, of course
burst
they
out
do.
of his back.
Yep.
They're gonna when he's gonna take off. You can attack of opportunity if you want it.
Flying giant.
Yeah.
Flying giant.
A flyant, if you will.
Flying.
That 18 plus 9 again.
Yep.
Cut off his legs.
It's not
No,
gonna
I don't think you can do that.
9 damage.
9 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, no. He's gonna fly up and back towards the way he came.
Oh, leaving?
Really bad.
He's running. The Pegasus says, "I got." The Pegasus Ruthon says, "I've got this," and starts flying after him.
He's gonna die.
Maybe. He's an outrider knight, though. He's one of the greatest horsemen that exist in this country.
Horseman might be a little overstating.
Pegasus is a horse.
Magical horse.
It's a different situation.
Right.
A flying
Okay.
horseman.
I can't
So
see.
you,
I'm blind.
after a while, all of your vision returns. The battlefield is empty.
Where did he go?
Flew away.
He flew away?
To where?
Fly? Flying giant.
Oh, a flyant.
That's really funny.
Pretty good.
Well, that's. What do we do?
We go to their camp and we finish them off.
Or we leave. Save ourselves.
You look around and
One
you,
guy to die.
yeah, you look at everything, and Haroth like just says, "We did it.
Well,
We won."
not
He's
really. Not
literally,
really.
he's
but
up in the sky
They're
somewhere.
all.
But we turned them back.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna come back.
Back.
With smaller numbers than they
Yeah,
were
all
before.
5 of them? I say tonight we send a party out to get them, but where are they gonna fucking get to in a couple of hours? Rothon's after them. He's more competent than you'd think he would be.
We should see to the wounded.
We made it back. Let's see to the wounded, make sure no one else dies, and then
Alright,
I'll start a party to go after.
I'll join you.
Good. Good.
I'm
We've
really-
won the day!
Good job,
And
soldiers.
There's a rousing cheer from the people still alive, which is like most, really. Like, as far as your troops, not counting the Noble Folly, they took a lot of heavy losses, but your troops, you lost
Should get a medal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Saved so many
6.
lives.
You only lost 6 people out of your 30.
Is there anyone who needs like immediate medical attention? Or?
Yeah, there are. But as you go to start gathering them up and start providing medical attention, that is where we're going to end this episode of Dungeon Party.
Whoa!
Wowie zowie, you guys.
Wow.
That was...
Wowie zowie.
I don't know how I expected it to go, but you took down some fucking tough shit. Like,
I killed
that was
the
solid.
giant.
Yeah, the main giant you fought was a challenge rating of 9. The
Okay.
2 chainsmiths you fought, though they were damaged, have a challenge rating of about 8-ish. And the mini guys were CR6, so like that's solid. You did some good shit right there. Proud of you guys.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, we'll see what happens after this. Go finish off the Giants or whatever you decide to do. Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you liked this episode of Just Fighting. Because we did. I don't know. It's fun. Yeah, we talked a little bit. Coming in clutch, Wallace. Really appreciate those dinosaur flexes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Check us out next time when we deal with the aftermath. Thanks for partying with us in the dungeon. See you next time.
I need to pee so bad. Please, somebody.